members of JX, as well as your co-hosts for this evening.
JX, which stands for Japan Crossover, celebrates Japanese innovators and leaders in the entertainment industry.
So tonight, you will hear from leaders in music, remarks by SEPA, which stands for the Japan Culture and Entertainment Industry Promotion Association, a panel discussion moderated by our very own JX member, Kevin Nishimura, and we're going to close the program by presenting 2 JX awards, and closing remarks by the Consulate General of Japan, followed by a cocktail reception.
So we have a wonderful evening ahead, but before I introduce our speakers, we would like to thank the generosity of Brandon Saito. Like a little kid. Jonathan Tanaka, the J. Mori Company, Melvin and Myers LLP. Let's give a round of applause to all of our generous sponsors.
Thank you to SOHO Warehouse for this beautiful space in their drawing room. So before we begin, a few housekeeping rules. The drink tickets are only valid in the drawing room, and last order for drinks at the bar here is 8:25 p.m. sharp. So if you run out of a drink ticket and you want more, which is totally fine, you are more than welcome to purchase it on your own, so go for it. Also, Soho House has a rule of no phone calls and photos outside of the drawing room. So please adhere to their policy and refrain from using your phone if you step outside the drawing room. Taking photos inside this room is okay and encouraged. So please share your thoughts on social media and tag and follow JX Network.
Started off just from like a really intimate conversation and dinner at the Consulate General residence home, and this was a few years back, and we asked ourselves, what would a community look like if we were to be able to build a strong network and really foster collaboration and celebrating all of our wins and successes and emerging talents and leaders. And so for the past couple of years, we've launched JX, an annual event. Tonight will be our 3rd one. And it's been really, really inspiring just over the years to see how bringing people, all of you all here today, new collaborations being born. And I think even Matsuri, which is a music festival happening this coming Sunday, where tickets just sold out within a matter of minutes. It's quite incredible, and it was really born out of our first JX event in 2023. So I'll kick it over to Josh to continue, but thank you all so much for being here. It's an honor.
Yeah, so just the mission of JX is the Japan crossover, and we wanted to be that bridge between the U.S. and Japan in entertainment. The real magic of JX is what this room is filled with tonight, and it's the community that we're trying to build. What Michelle mentioned earlier is when we launched this in 23 at the Grambling Museum, we didn't know what it would become, but we just wanted to start building a community where people could collaborate with each other, and then we believed that from that, amazing things would happen. And we still believe that we're just scratching the surface. There's unbelievable IP and talent coming out of Japan, and we have a community here that can now support and amplify all that amazing work. And so really the secret sauce behind JX is this moment. I'm really excited about the panel discussion because we're going to be talking about the future of J-pop and those opportunities, and what opportunities we have in this room to even amplify that further. But none of this happens without the Consul General of Japan in Los Angeles, Consul General Sone. So thank you so much for your support. We couldn't do it without you. Round of applause. And your staff as well. Your staff is wonderful. And then I have to mention, lastly, just the members that are putting in a lot of time to build this community. Kevin Nishimura, co-founder of Transparent Arts. Michelle Sugihara, Executive Director of CAPE. Woo! We'll do a big round of applause at the end. Kemi Look, actress and producer. Brent Yoshida, actor. Caitlin Chu, product designer at Apple. John Shibata, SVP of Bank of America. And Kentaro Yoshimura, co-founder and CEO of Neuro. So let's give him a round of applause. And I would be remiss if I did not mention Hiroko Matoba, who is the most important person at JX. please come up and join us too. She puts in so much work to make this happen. So thank you our committee, and then really thank you everybody just for showing up and wanting to be part of this community.
So SEIPA, which stands for Japan Culture and Entertainment Industry Promotion Association, composed of 5 major entities in the Japanese music industry. SEIPA was established to advance the growth of Japan's arts and culture sectors by promoting projects that will revitalize and expand talent development on a global market. Please welcome SEIPA board member Atsushi Nomura.
こんにちは、セイパの野村と申します。よろしくお願いいたします。
Good evening, everyone. My name is Nomura,
すいません、日本語で喋らせてもらいます。
and I'll be speaking in Japanese. I'll be translating today.
今、日本の、音楽業界は、セイパという、団体を、作りました。これは、日本の主な音楽業界5団体が、一つに、集まった団体になります。
And so, currently in the Japanese music industry, 5 of the major Japanese music industries have come together to promote the J-pop music.
レコード会社の団体が一つ、それと、アーティストプロダクションをアーティストマネジメントをやってるプロダクションの団体が2つ、それと、音楽パブリッシングの、ミュージックパブリッシングの団体が1つ、それとコンサートプロモーターズの団体が1つ、この5団体が1つになりました。
And so, we have one record label company, as well as 2 artist management companies, 1 music publishing company, and 1 concert promotion company.
日本は、今まで、音楽の聴かれ方がですね、フィジカルが主になってまして、やっとコロナの、パンデミックを経て、ストリーミングがやっと浸透し始めて、音楽の聴かれ方が急激に、日本の中では変わりました。
And so, I apologize, it's organizations instead of companies. So, until the pandemic, music in Japan was listened through physical copies, but after the pandemic, it's changed to streaming. Japanese music listeners now use streaming a lot more often now. So, things have been changing.
世界の諸国の中では日本の音楽は世界に進出することは少し、遅れをとってましたけども、やっとここに来て、海外に、日本の音楽業界が真剣に、目を向けて進出していこうということを考え始めました。
So, although there was a bit of a delay in terms of the Japanese music industry looking into globalization, there is now more of an emphasis there.
今日もですね、日本総領事館の、こういった JX’25 というようなイベントに私がここにいるということも一つの表れだと思います。今日はありがとうございます。
And so I believe that part of that mission is expressed through me being here today at JX’25 with the help of the Consulate General Office. So thank you very much.
日本のナショナル企業であるトヨタグループが日本の音楽をバックアップしていこうと、ミュージックウェイプロジェクトというような、大きなプロジェクトを、指導することが今始まりました。
And Toyota, one of Japan's top companies, is helping us promote Japanese music through a project called Music Way Project.
トヨタグループだけでなく、経産省や文化庁など、行政機関もバックアップをして日本の音楽を世界に進出しようということを一緒に官民一緒となって、今、指導が始まっております。
And not only Toyota, but also the Ministry of Economy and the Ministry of Culture is also helping in this process.
3月、今週の11日に、テキサス・オースチンで、サウスバイ・サウスウエストで日本のショーケースをやりましたが、これは非常に、会場の、開演前から列がたくさんのお客さんが、並んでいただいてすごく、大盛況のうちに、ショーケースをやることができました。
And so earlier this week, on March 11th, we were able to showcase Japanese music at South by Southwest. And even before the show, there were long lines, and we were able to hopefully see a great success there.
あさってはですね、祭り25というイベントが行われます。これは今日本から海外により進出をしていってだんだんと評価を高めているアーティスト、ADO、YOASOBI、新しい学校のリーダーズ、この3組がピーコックシアターでライブを行いますので、あさってもしお時間あれば皆さんぜひ来てください。
And in 2 days at Peacock Theater, we will be hosting a concert, Matsuri 25, in which 3 artists that started in Japan but are now showing worldwide fame, ADO, YOASOBI, and AG will be showcasing their talents. So if you have the opportunity, please come by.
はい、ロサンゼルスドジャースにはですね、大谷、山本に加えて今年は佐々木朗希が入ってきます。ロサンゼルスも日本人の、野球選手の活躍で盛り上がってくると思います。これから、日本の音楽もさらに、ロサンゼルスで盛り上がればいいなと思っております。ぜひよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。Thank you.
So, like the Japanese baseball world that is currently booming in LA with Otani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki now, we hope that the Japanese music industry will also start thriving in the US as well. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございました。Thank you.
Thank you, Nomura-san. Thank you so much for being here. It's such an honor to have all of these Japanese music executives come all the way from Japan to be here with us tonight. So I hope you get to talk to some of them, maybe through a translator, maybe through Google Translate. You'll make it work. So moving on, now it's the time for our panel. So our panel is on the state of the 2025 Japanese music industry. It's titled JX Next Crossover Panel. Moderating this will be JX member Kevin Nishimura. So Kevin is currently a senior music executive and co-CEO at Transparent Arts and SM and Cacao Entertainment America, with a focus on global Asian entertainment. As a founding member of the Far East movement, he became one of the first Asian American artists to hit #1 on the Billboard charts. Kevin also serves as a board member and co-founder of Gold House and was elected to the Recording Academy, the Grammys, LA chapter board as a 4-year term governor. Through board service, he is pushing for representation and support for AAPIs in music and entertainment. In 2024, the Recording Academy launched their first ever API music membership group called the Gold Music Alliance, which Kevin co-founded. We're so proud of you. Please welcome Kevin Nishimura. Okay, moving on, our first panelist is veteran booking agent and executive vice president of A&R and business development from the industry-leading Wasserman Music. He has developed the touring careers of some of the hottest names in music, including Lorde, Billie Eilish, Alt J, The XX, M83, King Cruel, Tovlo, and more. He is universally recognized as one of the industry's most successful music agents. A 3-time nominee for Polestar Agent of the Year, Windish has also been featured on Billboard's Power 100 list every year from 2014 to 2018. Please welcome Tom Windish. Our second panelist is a multi-award-winning Japanese producer and songwriter known for his global impact in the music industry. Heroism. As the founder of Sorry? Oh, yeah. Come on up. Oh, there's so much more. Okay, as the founder of EVY, he has contributed to over 150 #1 records and 170 platinum or gold releases worldwide. He has worked with top artists like Lisa from Blackpink, Messiah, AKB48, BoA, and Austin Mahone, as well as produced theme songs for major anime and the FIFA Club World Cup. His recent work includes Billboard chart-topping releases, and in 2024, he was featured by the United Nations WIPO for music education. Give it up for heroism. Okay, moving on, our third panelist is Deputy Executive Director of the Music Business Division at Pony Canyon and board member of Pony Canyon USA. Atsushi Goto has had an illustrious career in the entertainment industry and has been a pivotal figure in the music business in Japan. He has played a major role in the success of SMAP's hit single, Sekai ni Hitotsu Dake no Hana, which sold 3.1 million copies. He has also collaborated with renowned directors like Jim Jarmusch and Wim Wenders and managed top rock band Lay, contributing to their 40 million total CD sales. Welcome, Atsushi. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Take it away, Kat.
Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Yeah, really excited about today's panel, and thank you to JX and the Consulate, for really putting this together. Thank you. I think it's a really exciting time in the music industry right now. The Asian music industry is booming, and the Japanese presence in Japanese music and content and culture is really starting to buzz. And I think that's why this panel is going to be a great conversation. We're going to keep it short because I know everybody wants to hang out, but I think we're going to get some good insight here from these leaders that are really passionate about the expansion of Japanese culture in the United States, especially music, and hopefully learn about what they're excited about and what's hot. That's what's next and part of the JX crossover. So let's start with heroism. Heroism, it's really great to talk to you. Your experience and catalog is just incredible. So
Thank you so much.
no, much respect, man. I think one of the themes here in the recent years, the music industry has seen, a definite shift for music producers as far as the business. How have you adapted, and are you seeing more opportunities in the U.S. for producers that are from Japan, and more opportunities for Japanese artists in general in the music industry?
Yeah, I believe so. So yeah, luckily I'm working some international artists like Lisa from Blackpink, and just like her, it's getting like a less border and more opportunities we can try. And at the same time, the Japanese cultures, finally kind of getting viral, I feel. So yeah, I think we just need more like a challenging a spirit for the Japanese artists as well as producers. They are still too shy, I guess, and we can still try, right? And I want to kind of show, still Japanese can make it true.
Yeah. Are you seeing more proactivity from American companies reaching out to meet with these Japanese producers, writers, and artists?
Yeah, so at the same time, I have a lot of American artists and a producer friend who want to move to Tokyo.
Right.
Yeah, this is a real story. Like last week, I was asked to write the visa, three letters.
That's great.
And I can't tell the name, but kind of big artists and who want to move to Tokyo. I'm like, are you serious? But so Tokyo and also Japanese culture is getting that big.
Yeah.
And the American producer and artist think that's a real. So I think that thing make us a less border and getting more and more opportunity working together. And we don't have to think about this is J-pop or this is K-pop and this is American pop. That's I think that's over.
Yeah.
Now we can just make a hit, and that will be an international hit. I hope so.
Love that. Are you seeing more producers and writers from Japan reaching out to you, asking for advice? And what type of advice are you giving them?
Yeah, a lot. A lot let's say a Japanese artist want to come to my studio and doing session with some American writers stuff, and so every time. But the best thing I can do advice, and I'm getting a lot of DM stuff But like I would say, like Japanese artists should just come to my studio, and I don't have to tell the words. You guys should feel the moment. It's totally different than like making just a song in Tokyo, like some small studios. I mean, my studio is not that big, but yeah, just come here and feel the different. That's the best way.
I mean, I'm sure the Japanese producers are just saying your accolades and just, you know, really taking it all in. So much respect to you and really kind of paving that way as well and opening that door even further. The next part is this is, you know, part of what this panel is about is what you're excited about. And I think like there's a lot of new trends coming out of Japan, and so, you know, bridging Japanese music and culture into the U.S. What are some of the exciting sounds? And who are some of the exciting producers in Japan that you feel are going to be next and that the U.S. music industry should be looking for? Yeah, please share a little bit about that.
Oh, okay, that's a really hard one, but I would say like, so more like, I don't know, it's not like a specific like a producer or genre, but so sometimes I gotta go to Tokyo for writing with Japanese artists who don't come here and working like younger generation, and I feel they're kind of how they make a song is getting better and more international, like naturally, I guess. So yeah, but like I'm trying to like tell them like what's happening right now, like it's a trend stuff. So like maybe 3 times a year I will be there. So every time like I'm trying to work like not the same artist, but like a lot different artists and younger generation to tell them like what's happening here. And so I think, yeah, it's really hard to tell like what kind of like a genre or something, but definitely like so also like just the anime is already popular here, but I also think like the music of anime is changing, like not only like one genre. And the good thing about J-pop is more like diverse of music, I guess. Let's say here like working with American artists, and what we're trying to do is something like artists want to try, right? And that's like the trend music, which we play like a Kiss FM. So more kind of, we have to do that, like artist intent, which we kind of respect. But in Japan, like artists can do, of course, you know, like some anime stuff, it's tie-in, so you gotta make something like they order, but as artists, like they can try like a lot of genre. So that's the one thing I think that's gonna we can bring that culture to here, like a less genre, I guess, like more cross-border.
Yeah.
Not only pop or not only like a rock, but more like, yeah, like I believe, but that should be like more like a wider J-pop this year.
Any artists that you want to see cross over to the U.S.?
I mean, it's already huge, but like luckily I work like XG, and
yeah.
their music is, I was surprised like in New York, like Madison Square Garden, it's like sold out like super quick.
Yeah.
And the song I produce is, I kind of put some J-pop elements, like a J-R&B, I would say.
I feel
some mellow feeling,
Yeah.
but so that stuff is like this year's trend, I guess. Like when I work with a writer from Chris Brown, he doesn't know much about city pop, but he already made a song like a city pop vibe.
Yeah.
I was like, I told him like this is hot, and he loved that.
Nice.
But like what he did was like sings and without the drum stuff, it's like definitely city pop.
Yeah.
But the beat is, you know, like hip hop and R&B and the current stuff. And top line, the melody is just a freestyle. So that's like people feel it's not city pop.
Right.
But this is city pop.
Yeah.
We can tell. So that's kind of already happened. So maybe this year something more like that.
That's great. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for sharing that. One last thing. This is more about you specifically. What are you working on right now that you're excited about for 2025 and beyond that you'd like to share with this audience?
Yeah. So yeah, fortunately, like I work with Lisa and the like international artists. So this year,
I love to work like more and more international artists, and yeah, it would be great if I would be like more like a bridge between U.S. and Japanese music industry.
Any sneak peeks you can share with us? And any
A
artist
lot.
collaborations?
A lot of stuff like I'm working right now, but maybe I should keep it secret. I
Okay,
guess.
yeah, you're right. I don't want to get.
Well,
I don't want to ruin the deal here. Yeah. Well, thank you, Hiro.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, next I'd like to pass it over to Mr. Goto. It's an honor to have you here. It's really exciting to hear that Pony Canyon is building, your operation in the U.S. And so, what we'd like to ask is, were there any changes at the Japanese branch of your company that needed to help the transition to the U.S.? And what were some of the learnings that may help your business grow in 2025?
さっきヒロイズムさんの話にアニメっていう話があったんですけど、ポニーキャニオンはアニメを持っているので、それをきっかけにまずはグロースさせようというふうに思っています。
So, like Hiroism mentioned, the aspect of anime. So Pony Canyon does have some anime songs. So we're hoping to grow partly off of that.
その中でもポニーキャニオンは進撃の巨人というアタックオンタイタンというアニメがあって、それで大きく楽曲を聴いてもらうことができたということと、もう一つ先ほどシティポップっていう文脈出ましたけども、真夜中のドア Stay With Me っていう曲はポニーキャニオンが30年以上前にリリースした曲で、これが改めて世界に聴かれてるってことは我々にとって非常にポジティブですし、USA がこれからそれをもっと広げていく使命があるなと感じております。
So in terms of anime, Pony Canyon is lucky to have the song of the anime Attack on Titan, and we also have the city pop song Stay With Me, which was actually released by our label over 3 decades ago, and so we have a very positive outlook in terms of reaching into the US music industry.
ただ難しいことはステイウィズはもう30年前、進撃の巨人はもう10年前から始まって去年終わったアニメで、僕らは新たなものをネクストワンを作らなきゃいけないっていうのが一番大変な作業かなというふうに思ってます。
In terms of the difficulty, so Attack on Titans, the song was over 10 years ago, Stay With Me over 30 years ago, so we have to create something new, and so that might be the difficult, challenging task for us.
Thank you for sharing. Very impressive catalog, and it's going to be an exciting time to see how you guys transition and create something new here in the U.S. I'd like to ask, what are some of the global priorities for Pony Canyon in 2025, and what would you like to share as far as how do you see the Japanese market expanding in the United States even more beyond your company, but just the overall market?
まず優先順位の話をすると、Spotify で、日本以外の方が日本の曲を聴いたランキング、2017年から2023年をこう振り返っていくと、60% がアニメ関連。これ長くなるの？言い換えるかな。
So in terms, we focused on Spotify, and in terms of listeners outside of Japan listening to Japanese, 60% were anime songs.
ただ残り 40% のうち約 20% が SNS バズで出来上がっていて、もう一つが、アメリカまたこう世界にクリエイティブを合わせたものがヒットしているというふうに感じております。
But of the remaining 40%, 20% were songs that went viral on the internet. The other 20% were more worldwide collaborations between Japanese artists and global artists.
中でもそのアニメのタイアップ以外のその SNS バズと、クリエイティブの部分というのは非常に重要かなと思っているんですけども、まさにヒロイズムさんみたいなこういう存在が僕らには重要かなと思っています。
And so we want to focus on the last two aspects, the going viral aspect and localized creative acts. So we actually feel like someone like Heroism is very important in going through with that.
なぜヒロイズムさんが大事かっていうと、世 世界でお寿司が食べられてますが、日本では割とトラディショナルなお寿司がたくさん出てるんですけども、ロサンゼルスにはカリフォルニアロールがあります。
So everyone around the world now eats sushi, but specifically in California, in Los Angeles, we have the California roll.
僕らの元々の考え方でやっぱアボカドを入れる発想はないですし、寿司をスパイシーにするなんて考えられないというふうに思っていて、そういう意味ではまさにヒロイズムさんみたいな料理人が新たな発想で日本の素材を面白く作ってもらえたら新しい最高なものができるんじゃないかなと思って、彼が僕らにとって非常に重要な人物だなと思ってます。
So traditionally in Japan, there would be no one thinking of putting avocados in sushi or putting spicy sauces on sushi, but that's why it's important to have people like Heroism, to have these new ideas, incorporating new ideas that traditional music producers in Japan would never come up with.
あともう一つだけ、新たな市場であるアメリカに向けて我々がじゃあ何をできるのかというと、もともとアメリカが発祥である、例えば、カントリーだったりヒップホップだったり、そういったところで我々が勝負するのは非常に難しいと感じています。
So one more thing, we're deciding to compete in this new U.S.-based market. It would be difficult for us to compete with genres that are already U.S.-based, such as country or hip-hop.
ただ新しいフォーマットであれば皆さんにも受け入れてもらえるんじゃないかなと思っていて、昨今新たに出てきたジャンルが僕は VTuber だと思っています。
But we do feel that we would be accepted if we try with a new format. And one of those is this idea of VTubers.
VTuber はもう26億円という世界市場も、取れていますし、今後さらに大きくなるというふうに感じています。
So VTubers, virtual YouTubers, have already brought in $2.6 billion into the global market, and we feel that this will continue growing exponentially.
ちょっとそこで一つだけ我々どもがやっている宣伝をしたいんですけども、キズナアイという、VTuber の先駆け、初めての VTuber の彼女を我々が今手掛けているので、ちょっと紹介させてもらいたいです。
And so we just want to do a quick promotion of one of the virtual YouTubers that our company has promoted, and it's actually the first virtual YouTuber, VTuber, that has come out.
はい、彼女は、3年間のスリープ期間、活動休止期間を経て、今年の、2月に、眠りから覚めてまたリリースをしました。
So she was asleep, so she was on hiatus for 3 years, but she's back awake now.
そうするとYouTube へも急上昇になって、X でもトレンド1位を記録しています。
But so once she has awoken from her sleep, she has both trended on both YouTube and on X. She was trending number 1 on X actually.
そしていくつかの DSP でも、プレイリストに入れてもらって多くの人に聴いてもらっています。
As well as being included on a few different platforms on music playlists as well.
ちょっとこれから動画をご覧いただきたいんですけど、約45秒間なんですが、この活動休止する前の彼女の姿をちょこっとだけご覧いただければと思います。
And so we'd like to showcase a quick video of this VTuber, Kizuna Ai, prior to her hiatus.
ありがとうございます。我々はまたVTuber という新しい寿司ネタを用意したんで、料理人に頑張ってもらいたいです。
We've brought out a new sushi roll called VTubers, so we're hoping that this producer over here can try something new with it.
Thank you for sharing. That's really exciting to hear about Pony Canyon's plans. 100% agree that the VTuber space is really, I'm really happy that you shared that, as it's a really exciting space. I actually am a fan of Kizuna Ai and saw her on the Porter Robinson festival a while back. So it's really exciting to see that you guys are expanding there. We look forward to see that. Thank you. So we've covered music production, we've covered music company, and now we're excited to delve in a little bit about music touring. Right now we see the music touring space growing with international acts. Ticket sales are really pushing the music business forward globally in a great way. And what better person to talk to than Tom Windish. So thank you, Tom, for being here. Tom has been, I've known Tom for a few years now, and I've loved to see how exploratory and also how much passion he has for the Asian market, always very early on all the next trends. And so I think we're really excited to get your perspective in this panel. And we wanted to know, what are some of your thoughts on where the Japanese global touring business currently is, and do you see it growing in 2025?
I mean, it's really great. I was thinking about this question. I started going to Japan about 30 years ago. It was the first foreign country I went to besides Canada. And I went with John Spencer Bliss Explosion, and the band Chibo Mato was touring with him. And I ended up being their agent, and then I ended up being the agent for Boredoms and Buffalo Daughter and some other things way back then. I've been paying attention to Japanese music for a long time. I like music that sounds unlike anything I've heard before. So there's a lot of things to be drawn to from the music coming out of Japan, Today, I think 3 of the most exciting artists from Japan are playing this event on Sunday, like they're all incredible and different and doing something that is unlike anything that's been done before in each of their own lanes, and that's really, really exciting. We're seeing ticket sales for artists from Japan kind of go through the roof. We just had this band Lamp tour here last year. In LA they sold 4,000 tickets. They sold like 75,000 tickets on their American tour. They're coming back, and this is a band that like people that I know kind of never heard of them, and then other people kind of didn't know they existed, and they just blew up on TikTok. They had nothing to do with it,
I was going to ask you, how was that promoted? How did the swell come? TikTok.
Yeah, it was like fans finding them, talking about it, sharing it. It was like truly one of those viral things. There was no money behind it, and I think the musicians were probably the most blown away by it and surprised by it of anyone. And they're doing worldwide tours, that are selling out left and right. But it's not just them. It's music from Japan is going nuts. I found, before the pandemic, there were less Japanese musicians that were interested in leaving Japan and kind of touring the world. Not that there were none, but there were less. And after the pandemic, I started going there pretty soon, after you could actually go there, and I felt like every artist I was meeting, every music business person I was meeting had really wanted to go. I think they had seen what artists from Korea had done, and Spotify had a foothold, and they were seeing they could see the data. I have fans in LA, London, New York, Mexico City, Vancouver. These other artists are doing this. These other artists are selling these things out. Let's go. The world has really changed a lot since pre-pandemic, and it's working. Yes, this year's going to be amazing, and I think future years are going to continue to grow.
Interesting. Are you seeing major promotion companies ask, or do you still feel like you have to make the pitch and educate them on the space?
I don't think it's just Japanese music. I think in general, a lot of promoters don't really know the artists that I'm calling them about, the first time I call them about, but that's been the case for my entire career. The first time I called them about the XX or even Aphex Twin or something, or Lord, it was this is someone new, it's really cool, it's gonna be, maybe it'll be popular, maybe it won't, but we're gonna go play this really cool venue that you have, this is what we think, and they're like, okay.
You've had the track record, I think they listen now.
Yeah, but it's also not just me, I think that's the way things are. I think that's the job of an agent, is to educate promoters about something that they're not as clued in with. Promoters are expert in their market, like their city or whatever. But you know, they might not know the thing that's popping off in Japan. So yeah.
That's good. Thank you. You know, I think with all the positivity and buzz that's happening, you know, it still feels like there's a lot of room to grow. And so I was just curious, like, this is more advice that you have for anyone in the touring space and the music space, you know, and possibly like examples you could share of just what are some of the hurdles that could impede the Japanese music market growth as far as touring, whether it's business infrastructure, communications. You know, you've experienced it possibly with many other different regions. It's a lot of cultural kind of nuances that could also impede growth. Could you share maybe any ideas there or any?
I mean, I guess overall I would just encourage collaboration between Japanese music companies and non-Japanese, not just American, but you know, work with American agencies or you know, agencies in the UK, work with promotion companies that do kind of like we represent artists from all over the world, every different genre. You know, like Japanese artists should be at the same table as everybody else, you know, and there are PR firms that represent artists from many, many different genres. They should also be representing the greatest Japanese artists. There are radio companies and just all sorts of different entities that are working with lots of different artists, and I think Japanese artists should also be getting the same level of service, you know?
That's right.
I find it's not just artists from Japan, but some artists from various countries, like they come here and they play for like a promoter that just promotes Japanese events or just events of the artists from that country, and they're reaching like a certain audience, and that's great, but then a lot of other people don't understand it happening, and I try to blend, you know, bring as many different people in as I can so that everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
I want to educate, but I also want people that know this artist and to go and to also know about the show, you know. So it could be a combination of Live Nation with like a more traditional Japanese promoter.
Well, that's actually really relevant for the show on Sunday, as you were a big part of the inception of that Matsuri show and that lineup. And so, again, that buzz is I would like to say a good example of all the people you've brought in to like really get that going. So
it's gonna be a great night.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Now to the future of touring and where the Japanese music market could be in the U.S. touring landscape. What are some of the trends in the Japanese music market that you would like to see crossover into the U.S. Or stuff that's maybe already started buzzing that you think like this room might want to know about?
Well, I mean, I can't remember the name of this DJ from Japan that just blew up on Boiler Room.
Oh yeah, Taika. I have to check. I should know this.
But this is very interesting. This is someone blowing up in a way that, you know, most people would not expect. And Wasserman signed him.
Oh,
and
nice.
He's going to be playing major dance festivals all over the world, you know, this year. It's a really interesting story. You know, it was, again, truly organic. It was the biggest Boiler Room ever.
Yeah.
And yeah, like he makes amazing dance music and puts on a great performance. And he's going to be playing these huge dance festivals. You know, like I think like J-pop, like XG is amazing, and I think, you know, like they'll play Coachella, maybe they already did. They'll probably play Lollapalooza or something. I think like a Japanese DJ who goes and plays 30 dance festivals is impactful in a different way, you know. The playing Coachella has been done, you know, a lot. And it's cool, and it's going to keep happening. I'm hoping that more American festivals and European ones will book more artists from Japan, and I think that'll happen. Like you'll see that happen with, I think it happened with Lollapalooza, but Governor's Ball, for instance, or Austin City Limits. I mean, a lot of times, like I'm pushing them. Like, you never heard of this, but you need to do this. You know, expand your mind. The audience will be there. Trust me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that aligns with Heroism's point of the sounds are kind of really diverse all over the place, but authentic. I think like the stuff Heroism making is like really authentic for here and global. And that DJ that you also talked about, I mean, I saw his set on Boiler Room and I was like, you know, he could have been from any country. It was just a really hot set, and his music is amazing. So congrats to Wasserman on that. Well, you know, I appreciate, and I think, you know, the insight that was shared today is really just the start of something amazing that's happening. This is a crossover and for JX, and so thank you to these amazing panelists and for sharing what's next and what's the future and what you guys are working on, and we hope to follow those journeys and do this again. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Kevin, and thank you so much to our panelists. We're going to clear the chairs really quickly, and we have a few awards that we're giving out this year for JX. So I'm going to call up Josh to, yeah. So just give us one moment. Can we have another round of applause for our panelists? All right, take it away, Josh.
All right, so our first awardee is a leading Japanese record company and subsidiary of Sony Group Corporation. Established in 1968, Sony Music Entertainment Japan manages a diverse roster of artists and produces music, anime, and other entertainment content. It operates various labels, including Sony Records and Sakura Music, catering to a wide range of genres. SMEJ also plays a significant role in the global music industry through collaborations and digital distribution. We would like to recognize Sony Music for all their contributions to bridging the U.S. Japan music industries. In addition, as the Los Angeles region experienced the devastating fires earlier this year, we are very grateful to Sony Music's parent company, Sony Group Corporation, which pledged $5 million to support emergency relief and rebuilding efforts. So on behalf of the JX Committee and the Consulate General of Japan in Los Angeles, we present the 2025 JX Global Achievement Award in Music to Sony Music Entertainment Japan. Please welcome Nobuhiro Nakatake, Corporate Executive Sony Music Entertainment Japan and CEO of Antinos Management America, and Nadeshiko Nakahara, Senior Vice President of Antinos Management America Inc., to accept this award on Sony Music Entertainment Japan's behalf. Please give them a round of applause.
We would now like to call up to present special accommodations Karen Linares Luna, representing California State Senator Maria Elena Durazo, and Nina Sue Toma, representing California State Assembly Member Mark Gonzalez. We would now like to have some words from our awardee.
Well, thank you very much for this honor. I just got in LA 2 days ago, and I got surprised by cold rain and chilly weather, but now it's blown away by this warm welcome hospitality atmosphere. Thank you very much. So just to give you a quick intro of Sony Music Entertainment Japan, aka SMEJ. We have music on our company name, although we are not working music, but covering all the entertainment sector, including gaming, anime, live entertainment, artist management, and music publishing, all the solution business around the entertainment companies. With over 20 operating companies, including the 2 subsidiaries, which is based in Los Angeles. One is Antinos Management America, that she's heading up. Established in mid-90s to support our signing artists in marketing and promotion. The other one is Aniplex of America, the animation marketing distribution company here in the States. So it's so valuable and meaningful for us to be awarded, not as the specific artist or specific titles with anime, but as a company. So we are totally committed in this US market to bring Japanese entertainment, including the artist songs or the anime titles. And we're hoping that continuing this path with all the people here in this room. So thank you very much. I'd like to share this honor with entire SMEJ associates and also with Sony Pictures, Crunchyroll, Sony Interactive Entertainment, all those Sony sister companies. Thank you very much.
Okay, so in 1999, so small department called International Marketing was established in Sony Music Japan headquarters. So since then, the team in international marketing and also the New York office and the Los Angeles office, our team started working about bringing Japanese music to the United States. At that time, we don't know whether there is a market because there was no social media, no database, but we just started it. So we made a compilation CD, and then hands out to all the coverage radio. So some people picked the Puffy. So that's going to the TV show called Hi Hi Puffy Abumi. After that, we have the anime music. But anime, at that time, anime was still niche market, but no longer. Now, anime is a cool. Anime is a major stream. And then not only the Sony music artists, but a lot of, some Japanese artists is a touring arena in the world. So which is really happy to see that the growth of the Japanese entertainment. But I think, so, and sometimes, I see the artists, the audience come to me that said that thank you so much for bringing them. I never thought about it. My favorite artist, Japanese artist I can see in the United States. This is my first concert and this is the best day of my life. Or sometimes after the pandemic, some people came to me. Past 2 years, it was really hard for me. It was dark, but so I needed something positive. That this music, your music is made me really positive for the future. So this is our culture. So I'm really happy to share this moment with everybody. And also, I think this is just a beginning. So together with everybody in this room, I would like to bring in more Japanese entertainment and or kando, to spread the kando to everywhere in the world. Thank you so much.
All right, so our second award for the night goes to Chairman and Chief Connectivity Officer of IW Group, Bill Imada. I'm sure he's no stranger to many of us in this room, but he has 25 years of experience in advertising, marketing, and communications, specializing in multicultural markets. He has worked with the top global brands like Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Toyota, Warner Brothers, and on and on. He is a dedicated community leader, serving on multiple boards, including CAPES, and co-founding the Asian and Pacific Islander American Scholarship Fund and the Asian Pacific Islander American Chamber of Commerce and Entrepreneurship, otherwise known as ACE. Now, his contributions were recognized by the White House, leading to his appointment to President Obama's Advisory Commission on Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. And he is the most generous, thoughtful, caring person. For those of you who know him or will get to know him tonight, I can think of no better person to award this particular award. So on behalf of the JX Committee and the Consulate General of Japan in Los Angeles, we present the 2025 JX Community Achievement Award to Bill Imada.
We'd like to have the elected offices come up as well.
Bill, on behalf of State Senator Maria Elena Durazo, here's a recognition for tonight. Congratulations.
Hello, on behalf of Assemblymember Mark Gonzalez, I want to congratulate you on the achievement tonight, and thank you for being such a trailblazer in this space and for the community.
I cannot say thank you enough to Michelle. Michelle, thank you so much. And Michelle's doing such a great job for CAPE and elevating Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. But I can't say thank you enough to her and to JX. I can't even tell you how excited I am to be here. In heroism, thank you for helping me solve an argument with my Chinese American friends that XG is a Japanese American group and not a Korean K-pop group. Yes, Japanese. Thank you for helping me do that, but I also want to let you know that we are really eager to try to find the intersections which JX is doing between the Japanese American and the Japanese community. So I've been scouring the entire country, trying to find everything cool about Japanese culture and Japanese American culture, and I want you to know that it's not just music. And by the way, Mr. Goto, if you can come up with a Japanese country western group, do it! But I also want to say that there's a lot of things cool about Japanese American and Japanese culture. I was in New Mexico, they have an onigiri place in Santa Fe. Because onigiris are cool, and a lot of people talk about soju. What about sochu? That is like a very amazing Japanese product. So we're looking for the intersection, not only of music, but also in film and food and culture and all the different things that JX is doing. So I just want to say thank you all for being here, and thank you to the team at JX for bringing this together. And thanks again to Michelle as well. All right.
Thank you, Bill.
So before closing our program, we would like to once again call up Mr. Nomura and Mr. Kumabe from SEPA, as we have special certificates for them as well.
Hi again, Karen with the Office of Senator Maria Elena Durazo. Congratulations. I actually want to read the certificate. It says, thank you for expanding cultural heritage through the Music Way project. Your commitment and dedication in connecting the United States and Japan through music and entertainment is commendable. I applaud you for your hard work and creativity on behalf of the Senator. Thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. On behalf of the California State Legislature and the 54th Assembly District, I commend your outstanding contributions to bridging the U.S. and Japan entertainment and culture. Your innovative leadership has strengthened the Japanese American community and Japanese community and cross-cultural collaboration. Thank you for paving the way for younger generations and creating a global space for Japanese music to thrive. Best wishes on your future endeavors and continued success.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to all the awardees. So this is the end of our program, but before we wrap up, we are going to invite Consul General Sone to give some last remarks. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Kenko Sone, Consul General of Japan in Los Angeles. It's so wonderful to join you all tonight to celebrate the achievement of the Japanese and Japanese American entertainment with a special focus on music this year. So I really applaud the JX for this great evening and all your contribution in bridging Japan and the US in the entertainment industries. It's so amazing to see that the Japanese American Next Generation Leaders Entertainment Subcommittee has been flourishing as the JX. It's 3 years in a row, and it's really wonderful to see that you have been achieving so many already. And I really thank the JX members for your hard work and the dedication. I really appreciate that. And I also like to acknowledge the representative of the SEPA, Japan Culture and Entertainment Industry Promotion Association for today, and wish you a remarkable success on Matsuri 25 this weekend on Sunday. I will very much looking forward to join the concert. And special thanks to the moderators, Kevin Nishimura, and the panelists, Tom Windish, Atsushi Goto-san, and the Heroism. I really thank that you still remember that I'm wearing the pink jacket in the Japan House. And for your contribution, it's very much insightful discussion. It's really a good starting. I hope you three can work together to bring in something new, and we're very much looking forward to that collaboration coming soon as well. I also would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to this year's awardee, Sony Music Entertainment, and Bill Imada, Bill-san, and thank you for your all contribution to promoting Japanese and Japanese American communities in the entertainment industry. Thank you very much. Especially, I just heard about the puppy is coming by you, and I really watching sometimes in the TVs when I was in Washington, D.C. I'm really amazed that those Japanese two ladies become famous in the United States, so that I really appreciate that your work as well. And I also thank the sponsors, Brandon Saito-san, and the Jonathan Tanaka, Josh Murray Company, and Natalie and Myers for your contributions. Without your support, we cannot make this happen, and I hope you can continue to working together with us to bring more Japanese American entertainment, the center stage of the American entertainment industries. So once again, thank you very much for coming today, and I hope you can all enjoy this evening and make your more friends and make our movement moving forward to bring our Japanese American entertainment to be in the center stage of the U.S. entertainment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sone-san. So that concludes our program tonight. Grab a drink. There should be, I think there's some food circulating around. Please meet each other. There are some fantastic people in this room, and I hope you get a chance to talk to as many people as possible. Thanks a lot, and let's have fun.